Hi everyone, it's Monday evening here on the East Coast. It's November 25th. This is Lee McMahon with the Daily Video. Thank you very much for watching. Please take a moment to pause the recording, read over the risk disclaimer, which should now be on your screen, and then we'll get started. Alright, so I had a request for the dollar peso, so we're going to start with that. This is a 4-hour chart of dollar peso. It is ugly right now anyway. We're going to try to make some more sense of this in a minute, but I do want you to note the significant levels. Alright, so we are coming up against this first major trend line here. 1, 2, 3, if you count the fact that we didn't close over them. 4, 5, last candle, now 6 touch here. Alright, so breakout above 13.056 or so. Alright, would be a first breakout, but then we have this, I don't know if it's a stronger trend line, but another trend line that just connects the wicks. That one you'd be about 13.1. Alright, so get above 13.1. And we head up to the top of this triangle here at 13.30 or so, just shy thereof. So I do like it to the upside. I think, I'll show you a little bit what I'm thinking here. If we look at fibs, okay, that's a 618 test that held perfectly. Makes me a little bit nervous to be long. And now what we're dealing with here on the upside is a 618 test on the downside as well. So really, you know, I can see this going either way. I'm biased to the upside. I'm going to just keep that trend line on here. If we draw it up here, it's actually in a pretty interesting, this is a daily chart now, pretty interesting, very firm ascending trend line here. Alright, we're about to test one of the descending trend lines. Next, horizontal resistance is up here around 13.45. But the pair does look like it's trying to move itself higher. It's been capped, by 13.3 these last 2 times around. But we couldn't really push below this ascending trend line. So it's starting to look a little bit like an ascending triangle, which are bullish. Alright, so we have our first level to watch here at 13.3, and then our second level here at 13.45. So watching for that to continue. As long as we remain above this 200-day EMA, you can see we tested it really nicely here along with this trend line. I think this is the main move, alright, to the upside. I think that we are now going to build off this 618% fib hold as well. It's also the 100-day EMA. So looking for that 13.1 figure to go. It'll be a little bit less than that. Draw your own trend line and sort of see exactly where it is when it breaks. And looking for 13.3 and then looking for 13.4 as this pair continues higher. Let's kick it out one more level here to the weekly chart. Just as I get a handle on this pair. I don't trade it particularly often. No, I'm actually not sure I've ever traded it. I may have traded it once. Okay, sort of chopped around that 50% fib, but no clean tests to make me think anything. Potential inverse head and shoulders here, actually. It's very exaggerated. But this 12 whatever level, basically 12, may mark the long-term low. And we'll be watching this area here, about 13.4, as a major neckline. Alright, so if we do manage to push above these daily and weekly trend lines, we could see a significant move into, I guess it would be probably more the middle of next year, and higher on dollar peso. Alright, so I do like dollar peso to the upside, though I'll be honest, it is not the clearest chart out there to me right now. I'd be watching... Mostly, I'd just be watching this trend line here for a breakout trade. I think that's the easiest setup. All right, above 13.1, 4-hour close. Get long, looking for 13.3, 13.5, and then from there, it'll just depend on what kind of time frames you're looking to trade. All right, let's go to some of the other pairs. Aussie is clear to me. I am viewing this rally as an excellent opportunity to reestablish some shorts. I think this rally, if you caught it to the upside, that's actually, I think it was a terrific trade. I know Mike caught it for our members, so that's terrific. I'm looking at 92.30 or so, up to about, all right, so resistance level starts to come in right around here. This is the first one, that's about 92.60. From 92.60 to 92.90, I think is the first level. We have this previous horizontal level, we have the 50% fib, and we have the 50-period EMA here on the 4-hour chart. So that's level 1. Level 2 is up here at about 93.30. That is a retest of that trend line. It's the 100-period EMA, and it's a 618% fib. All right, I think that is an attractive short as well. The resistance really does stem up to this descending trend line here at about 93.92, but if we do get up to there, I think we'll have already lost a good deal of the bearish momentum that we had so far. So I am looking at this rally as an opportunity to establish some shorts. We'll see how long it plays out. Kiwi dollar pushing higher. I'm not looking at this rally as anything other than just kind of obnoxious. Kiwi has been generally obnoxious for quite some time now, and it doesn't appear to be in any great hurry to change. All right, it held this support level pretty well. I don't know what to tell you on that. It's just not my favorite pair. Not looking to do much with it. Euro dollar made a lower low here last night, pulling back from just slightly lower 135.60 or so. We are now rallying again here to start the Asian session off this 50 EMA here on the 4-hour chart. We will see if we make yet another lower low, see if 1355 holds, and if we start to break down, or if we manage to start pushing higher. I still remain biased to the downside on this pair. I am also biased to the downside here on pound dollar. It's also finding support here at the 4-hour 4-hour 250 EMA. Off this range top, I don't necessarily think we're going to play it all the way back down to the bottom of the range. I wouldn't bet against that, but I do think we'll see at least down towards about 160.60 or so. Start to find some fib levels in there, and then we may see the rally pick back up. I am also looking, okay, for opportunities to establish Euro Aussie, Pound Aussie, Euro Kiwi, Pound Kiwi longs on a pullback. You can see that pullback has started. We're not at the areas that I'm interested in yet, but I am keeping an eye on them. Euro Kiwi. Actually, not a huge fan of Euro Kiwi here. It's the least clear. But there are the other ones. You can guess the levels I'm looking at. My favorites are the Aussie crosses. Fits with my Aussie dollar upside to downside long that we have going on. Yen pairs, very briefly. Dollar yen kind of chopping around, still looks relatively bullish to me. The Nikkei, it's all about the Nikkei. Nikkei's holding in there. I still think we see 16,000. It's about 500 points away. Really not that hard to get to. So once we get Nikkei 6,000, 16,000, I'll be start to looking maybe for some yen pair reversals. There remains some that significant RSI divergence there on the Nikkei, so just keep that in mind. It actually is getting worse for what that's worth. Aussie yen, did a brief video on this earlier, saying basically play the range. So 94.10-ish is the next range test. Other than that, I'm ignoring it. Kiwi yen, very close to an opportunity to fade Kiwi yen if you're brave, right around 84. Not so brave, probably won't be doing that. Euro yen, nothing. Still has to complete its measured move around 139. Not looking to short it until we get up there, or until we see some sustained reversals from the yen or the Nikkei. Real quick, let's click down to a 15-minute chart here on pound yen. That is a potentially valid head and shoulders pattern that you should watch on that 15-minute chart. Again, kind of a... We'll see what the Nikkei dollar yen does, but we do have an RSI double top here just shy of 80. I'm not a big RSI guy, so take that for what it's worth. But I think there is some potential on pound yen, again, matching what I see on pound dollar. All right, as we start to drift towards the end of Tuesday, expect some liquidity to start to disappear in anticipation of the U.S. holiday on Thursday. Wednesday, a lot of people are traveling. So just sort of keep that in mind. All right, good luck trading the rest of the week, and I'll be talking to you soon.